What's up guys, I am back here with another video. Today I got invited to the Scream and Stream media preview, which is right behind me. We just got done with the whole interview portion of today, and right now we actually have some scare actors coming up behind me. But yeah, we should get our name called anytime now and head outside and let's experience the event for ourselves. Alright guys, I'll see you guys out there.
Yeah.
Recruits, you gotta be more careful. This is a multi-billion-dollar facility we're working with here.
Okay.
That was very expensive. Anyway, welcome folks. We are happy to have you here to see all the biological weapons the Project Axis has been working on, including, but not limited to, the BFM, the biological fabricated mutation. Should be an exciting trip. We just need to do a final comm check to make sure everything's working. Hello. Hello, Jackie. Jackie, hello. Hello, Jackie. It was working just a second ago. Hello.
Hello. Is this thing on?
There we go.
Can you hear me? This is Commander Lewis coming live from the control room where I can oversee the entire compound. Guard, please report in.
Sector 8 reporting in, Commander. Hoorah!
Hello as well to all of you. This is Dr. Carey coming to you from the Macro Asset Lab on the other side of the compound.
You sound equal parts brilliant and beautiful as always, Doctor.
Dr. Carey and I will be monitoring your tour from our remote location the entire time. See you inside.
All right, folks, you heard the man. Let's get you inside. Woo! Here is the future.
The BFM has been open, right?
It has been.
Wait a second. Is that a broken EMU?
Yes, soldier. Bear with me.
Dr. Carey! How are you doing tonight? Is everything going according to plan?
Not quite. I need your help reactivating their EMU, or the kill switch won't work.
This is why I'm going to quit, because I'm always doing things. and play the monthly trick. I need to reactivate that real quick. Back to the EMU. Thank you. Alright, so now take a look and watch this camera. Just grab this, I'm going to swipe, and these guys are going to be reactivated. Keep this in a safe place, okay?
Thank you, soldier. Please be careful. It's true what you see on your screen. The BFM has been released.
Go, 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 go!
Alright guys, so we just finished Scream and Stream. Oh my god. That is absolutely incredible. Like, you guys saw in the video, I can only film so much because it is a media preview. But oh my god, that was absolutely amazing. There's a lot of really good parts and they do get really, really close to you. But the guns weren't really working tonight. But hopefully they'll have that up and working before Friday. But out of 10, I have to give this at least like a 9.5. I wish it was a little bit longer, but I mean, I loved it so much. But yeah, now we're gonna be doing an interview with the founder of this, so this should be pretty fun.
Hey! The creative lead of this event, and he did work for Halloween Horror Nights, and he's also working at Halloween.
Yeah.
He did recently work on there, and we were there this past weekend. And he's also done the the Horror game.
Yeah.
So he's a big guy over here, and we do have some questions for you. The first thing I'd like to ask is, during the event just now, the drive-thru, I did notice that the doctor's name was Carey. Is that a reference to Cary, Ohio, from Halloween Horror Nights?
No, I didn't even realize. That was just something that I wrote. So that's awesome. That is awesome in so many different ways. Is it spelled the same?
Yeah, Carey.
Oh, that's a fun Easter egg. I like that. Yeah, sure, it's an Easter egg. Yeah, blended. I totally blended that way.
The next question that I have is, are there any other Horror Night Easter eggs that are in the hub?
No, there are not.
for a couple of different reasons. One, I don't like being sued. And two, I think that I think it's wonderful for Scream and Stream and any other haunt to differentiate itself away from one of the big dogs. And Horror Nights, they don't mind. They've been doing it great for 30 years, and they're going to continue to do it for another 30. I think that what's wonderful about Scream and Stream is that it has the opportunity to be its own beast.
It's got a whole different audience.
Absolutely.
It has a different feel to it, too.
I think so too, and it's a different type of event. It's not a standard haunted house. You're not walking through a haunt or a scare zone or going and sitting and seeing a themed show. You are a part of the adventure. You are a part of the experience, and and that's really what it is. It is a drive-through horror adventure.
So, I also wanted to ask, what got you to be in love with haunts in general? Like, what started it?
Oh man. I always loved, I loved going to haunts as a kid. I loved horror movies as a kid. And really that's where my passion for haunting started, was my love for film. I absolutely adore film. I love watching movies, and horror movies especially. It wasn't until I was a lot older that I realized that when you're working in a theme park and you get to do a Halloween event, you get to break a lot of the rules that normal theme parks get to have to stick behind. And I love the idea that Halloween and horror get to do that. I mean, as a film genre anyway, horror is all about the taboo and breaking down the social norms anyway. But to be able to place that then in a theme park, you're kind of doing double service. You're breaking you're being taboo because it's theater or a horror, but you're also breaking the taboo of a theme park. And so it's kind of having that much, it's so much fun to be able to do. And the unlimited potential that those locations hold. In the case of Scream and Stream, I love the idea that it is in a parking lot. Because it's a wide open area with unlimited amount of potential. You can take the story literally anywhere. And also, with it being the second year, you kind of have an evolution from where the story was last year when it was down in the swamp, and now we're telling the story in a completely different way, where it's cold and it's metal and it's loud and it's industrial, which I think serves the aesthetic of this particular story.
And that leads right into my next question: is what made you choose Scream and Stream? I mean, there's a lot of haunts around here, Haunted Road, other haunts. I mean, just to name a few. Like, what made you pick Scream and Stream specifically?
I think it was literally Chris saying the words "clowns versus zombies" that sunk it for me. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. When I met with him, he had an entire pitch deck, but the very first slide in his pitch deck was clowns versus zombies, and I went, okay, what's next? Like, the rest of this is you just showing me all the stuff that we're going to do, or is this you still trying to sell me on the idea of clowns versus zombies? Because I'm done, I'm sold. I think what's unique about it is that it's not really clowns versus zombies at the end of the day. It's clowns versus zombies versus guests. Mm-hmm. You're stuck in the middle of this adventure, and you are caught between these two warring factions of absolutely brutal horror tropes. And that makes it so much fun, because you already have your preconceived notions of what those things mean for you, but to be able to get into a situation in which you have to be the hero of the story, and you have to get out with the tech package has to make it to the end of Station 5 in order for you to succeed and escape. Those are the things that really solidified my choice.
Now, on our drive, towards the end, it was one of the final scenes, someone did take our package. Does that count as making it towards the end, or did it have to get...
We made it.
That made it. You made it. Good job.
Now, what happens if it doesn't make it to the end?
You will make it to the end. That's the suspension of disbelief. But what I love about Scream and Stream is that by adding the vehicle into it, you automatically increase the stakes of the situation. It's not just you, it's also your vehicle. Like, what would happen if your car broke down in the middle of a zombie-infested or clown-infested military post? You would not make it out. And so it's a matter of allowing that to be a part of the story and increasing the danger involved.
I will say, as the driver, that really, in my opinion, it really increased interactivity, at least for me, to have that thing that you pass on, because everybody else keeps the shit driving. But being able to pass that on, it still made me feel like it was part of the experience.
Like, I did something.
Yeah, I did something.
Well, and not only that, but I think it increases the stakes on a guest level for the driver, because as a driver, I would constantly be like, shoot them all, do not let me get eaten.
Or like,
because it's always the driver that gets eaten.
It's like, or am I supposed to be handing them this? Like,
right, like should I trust them? Because we put a lot of seeds of mistrust in the entire thing.
The suspense is real. Like you can really feel it.
Very, very good story.
So the guns itself, did we have to like code them, or like how long did that take?
I don't know. I know that Josh worked really good, but we have a person on our team named Josh, and he's fantastic at doing whatever he did to get those guns online. I do know that he had all of them in his apartment at one particular point going off, and I'm sure his neighbors didn't enjoy that.
Because the guns were like, you know, they felt good in the hand, easy to shoot, and I mean most of the time they did hit their targets and it seemed to work. Yeah,
I like that. I did. I appreciated the feel of them. On our very first drive, Chris handed me one. He's like, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "Well, it needs to be a little heavier because there needs to be some substance to it.
Yeah.
It can't just be a plastic toy ray gun to shoot. You want to feel something behind it."
Yeah. And then I want to know what your favorite scene is in Scream and Scream. There's like 21 scenes you mentioned earlier.
There are 21 scenes. I think it's a little early to know what my favorite one is. I've got some favorites already, but until we're done with the end of our run, I think I'll know.
Do you have any favorite ones you've designed?
I do have a couple that I absolutely adore. I love the mime right after in the laugh lab. I absolutely adore her being silent and showing you all that she's going to kill you. I love pins and needles. I'm very partial.
They were my favorite.
I'm partial to pins and needles. They're just really sick and demented, and what I love most about them is that they don't have a suppression vest on, so you can't shoot them. Yeah. You're like, oh no, I could actually be killed by them right now. Oh, green light, I get to go. Yeah.
And then also, when guests come to the event, do they park at the district eat and play, or do they park like somewhere around here?
What's wonderful about Scream and Stream being here is that they have the opportunity to be able to go to district, they can go to the Oviedo Brewing Company, they can experience the mall, they can make a real evening of it. They don't have to just go
watch a movie.
Exactly. They can go explore and have fun and make an entire day of it if they want to, and then go explore Scream and Stream at a particular time because now they've got a virtual queue. That means that there are designated parking spaces for them. They don't have to park just in one place. And if there is inclement weather, they can always go inside the mall and hang out and do those things, and then always make their way back.
So the virtual queue, where do you like sign up for it?
That's when you get your tickets. You can sign up for it. You out of here, bud? Yeah, I gotta go. All right. Hey, I'll talk soon.
So when you get your ticket online?
Yep, you sign up for a virtual time, and then you automatically know your time slot.
Now, when you purchase a ticket, is it specific to that day?
Well, you reserve a time for a particular day. So you know exactly when to go.
And you can't change it, correct?
I think you probably can, but I'm not the technical. I don't know. I'm not the ticket person. Yeah. I would hope that exchange would be okay, provided that there is space on the date that you need to switch it to, and you leave enough time to let them know.
I actually have a question. So if you're like if you, let's just say you're in town for a night and you come across Scream and Stream, but you just have like one person, it's just yourself. Are you able to still experience the event?
I do not think that would be a problem. You won't be able to shoot, but you would be able to drive through. I keep joking around that I'm going to get a Lyft driver one of these nights, and I'm going to have a Lyft driver go through, and I'm going to bamboozle them.
I want to see
No,
that.
man, just turn left. It's okay, I know them. They'll let us in. I got to get home, but this is the fastest way through the parking lot. Just, let's go in. And they just completely just screw them. Yeah.
So that's a yes.
Yes. As a single, you can totally go through by yourself.
And do you think there'll be any like multi-night tickets in like years going forward?
Oh, that'd be great. I mean,
I would love that.
The sky's the limit. I mean, I don't know what it is. I do know that, you know, we joke around with the prices per car, not per person, but that does make a really affordable evening. So you could come several times during the run if you know for a fact that you're only going to be paying X.
Yeah, last year I came, I think like 3 or 4 times.
Nice.
And I loved it. So, I mean, I preferred that other than like Haunted Road and everything like that. Like, there's a couple other haunts that just came like last year, and like out of all those, Scream and Stream was my favorite. So
that's awesome. I mean, there's definitely room within the industry for different versions of haunts and different entities. So I'm excited about where we're at. We're in an exciting time.
You guys are still young in the
very young.
Now, do you have any ideas for like the future? Like, have you started planning next year's stream?
Chris and I haven't had a sit. I know he has ideas, and I know I have ideas. We haven't sit down yet. Right now, the focus is just getting this year open, and then we'll see where we go. He's worried about. He's having a baby in like a month. Like he's on a completely different plane right now. I know what it's like. Like you're not. He's not here. As far as that's concerned. But I do have ideas for what 22 could hold for Scream and Scream, and I think there's a lot of exciting areas we could take them.
Multi-night tickets.
Yeah, I will say, keeping that laser tag-esque idea, like I've never seen anything like that before, and it was so special to go through it. It was so unique and fun. I'm definitely personally interested.
Like you look at like laser tagging in general and you're like, oh, okay, it's just that, but then you have the aspect of having a car in it, and like you play along with actual people, and yeah, the storyline behind it was amazing, the acting was amazing. I'm definitely coming back more than once.
Right on. Good. It's good to hear. I love it.
And do you have any other horror related projects that you're working on after this?
So there's Hallow Scream, and then Oh the Horror. So our card game drops. It's on the ocean right now. We're waiting for it to dock just so we can send sets out to people. But it should be here by the end of the month and definitely in people's hands by Halloween. So if you go to ohthehorrorgame.com, you can check it out and pre-order the game. It's 400 cards. It's a really gross, disgusting adult horror party game, and we're really excited about it. Yeah.
And I actually have one more question. What's your favorite horror movie? I've been wanting to ask you.
Okay, so when we get asked this question, I have to ask you a question back. What subgenre of horror do you want me to say?
Exactly.
Because I've probably seen more horror movies than most people. I've probably forgotten about most horror movies that people have seen.
I'll say like classic horror movies.
Classic horror, like 1930s, 1940s.
Going up to maybe the 80s, like in that.
That's a big swing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Subgenre.
Okay. Maybe like 60s to 80s.
There
if that's better.
Like,
Because that was like peak, I'd say, in horror.
peak slasher.
Yeah.
There are a few. I really love The Thing. I'm a huge fan of Halloween. I love things like Sleepaway Camp.
Oh my gosh.
With the crazy ending at the end.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Jacob's Ladder. It's 90s, but it's close. And then in the 60s, it's stuff like Prince of Darkness and Dracula's Daughter and films like that. It's not one of my favorites, but it's noteworthy, like Blood-Sucking Freaks and stuff that's way out there is also really, really fun. Yeah.
I've never even heard of half of those. I haven't even heard of half of those.
You should, man. Replay this, go check them out. They're awesome. Yeah, Blood-Sucking Freaks is that's an acquired taste. It's a little yeah. Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh my god.
Cannibal Holocaust.
That is.
Yeah, Texas is really good.
Not
There's
the
so
house.
Not the house? No?
I still have to watch. I still have to watch.
Alright guys, that's the vlog today. Thank you so much, Stream and Scream, for having me out today. Everything for this event will be down in the description below. I highly recommend coming, just because it's right around the corner from the theme parks. If you go to UCF, this is the perfect haunt for you. It's per car, not per person. So get a big car and fill it up as much as you can. But yeah, highly recommend. Everything down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for coming along this journey with me. And of course, till next time, be good people.